What is up? So I got the Yeezy Pods here, both the OG Italy pair and my China pair. So just wanted to make a video talking about, okay, here's the Yeezy Pods, here's why I got them, here's what it's been like having them, the quality, the experience, and just overall living with Yeezy Pods. Just rounding up everything, all the experiences I've had since I first got these back in, what was it, March or February or March when I got my OG pair. Just want to talk about that and also go through all the comments that I've gotten over the months from all the other videos and hopefully answer all y'all's questions. So, like I said, these are the OG pair of the Yeezy Pods. Ordered these on December 15th for the pre-order. I was in Colorado at the time. I don't remember what time it is. I think it was 2 a.m. or something when I was refreshing the page and these things finally went live. And I happily gave Yeezy $200 for these things. Now, later on, February 11th, Super Bowl time comes around. They drop them all to $20. They say, hey, if you place the order for the original $200, go ahead and send us an email and we will refund you the difference. So I did that. I think it was about 4 or 5 weeks later. I think it was more like 3 weeks later. And I got the refund of $180 to my account. So that all worked out really nicely. Wore these things everywhere. Wore these things to San Diego as my only other pair of shoes other than work shoes. And that was a lot of fun. Albeit we missed the rain when I went there that time. I wouldn't wear these in the rain, but, wearing them on any surface like gravel, asphalt, wood, carpets, they are so light and the panels are just thick enough to where you don't really feel any of that, any discomfort or anything like that going on. The fact that they are two separate pods, so you can kind of get this artificial arch support, especially in this Italy pair. And even someone like me with really bad tendons in the right foot, they are not in pain at all, no matter how long I wear them. And again, you can't say enough good things about how light these are and how effortless these things are to walk in. Every curvature in here is just perfect for walking at a good posture for long periods of time. However, I would not run in these. I would not use these as runners. I would not work out with heavy equipment with these. Those are the only things, as far as exercise goes, I would totally run away from these. I would use something with better support or just go barefoot, to be honest. And a little bit about the pods. So here they are, the original OG Italy pair of the pods. You can tell there's been some time on them. And is this the bad side? Yes, this is the bad side, my right side pair. The legendary side that ripped up on me the first time I ever tried to put them on. I was just throwing them on right. I was sitting down, and I was like, oh yeah, I got my brand new $200 pair of pods. It just ripped up. It was absolutely insane when that happened. But, luckily, some super glue here, some super glue here, and here. These things are hanging on by a thread right now. The super glue has been helping out a lot. Some people have told me, hey, you can use some other products to bond it up. Some people were very mad that I even had to bond them up, period. I knew what I was getting into. There was a lot of very angry comments on there. And by the way, do not make this video a repertoire for all those different hate comments. I will remove them. Just talk about the pods and your experience. That's all I care about. I want this to be more informative. I don't want this to be a hate form. So, yeah. And I just kept on wearing these things, right? Kept on taking them places, kept on just really getting the most use out of them as I could. My first ever independent Yeezy product that was not, Adidas affiliated or Nike affiliated or anything like that. I was going to wear these things out. I didn't care about resale. And I will tell you, I got double the $200 experience from these things throughout the months, the 7 months I've had these things. Now, compared to the China pair, the China pair had some differences in the way it's constructed. The first thing that I noticed was that there were some different stitching patterns here and there. Not too many noticeable differences. It can be hard to see, really hard to see. I have a whole separate video on that. But another noticeable thing, the insole. So there is a panel connecting the rear and the front pods or plastic pieces together, more like a super slim insole going on. The insole on the Italy pair seems to be a bit more thick. Overall, the Italy pair seems to be a little bit heavier than the China pair. And these are both size 3, by the way. I'm a size 12 foot, so hopefully that explains that. Another thing is that there is that insole on the Italy pair kind of goes up into the heel area. And you would think, this is my number one complaint, you would think that would mean your heel wouldn't slip back over the pod with that extra reinforcement being there, but no. Your heel will still slip back. It'll still feel like the back of the pod is in the middle of the heel of your foot. It's not a good feeling. It's my number one complaint with these, and I was hoping that, maybe a V2 of the pods would come out and they would just extend the rubber portion to fix that, and then these would be nearly the perfect shoe pod things ever, but that who knows if that's going to happen. It's still kind of up in the air. I think he was wearing some 3D printed shoes that were just a whole different direction. But, and who knows if that's even Yeezy. There could be some other company, people I haven't really heard of, or Vibram or something. But overall, the Italy pair feels a little bit more comfortable than the China pairs. The Italy pair seems like they're more of a complex shoe than the China pairs. But if these things weren't super rare, I would definitely go with the Italy pair for daily walkability. But now that these things are probably harder to get, and the China pairs are more easy to get. The China pairs are the beaters, and the Italy pair I'm just going to keep on ice. But anyway, let's just go straight to the comments and hopefully answer all y'all's questions on the pods. All right, what's up? So at this point, we're going to go through some of the videos and answer the comments. So, starting with the first 24 hours review, I just read one where this guy had a timestamp on it, but the timestamp doesn't exist in the video, so I'm not sure what he's talking about. So I'm going to skip that one. I love this, makes you feel more grounded. Yeah, for sure. Because of how, like I said, there's only that insole that's in here, and there's really no boost or anything like that. It's really simple. Admittedly, it's super simple. But yeah, there's that, what seems like a suede insole, and then some foam, and then you got the rubber. So yeah, you feel pretty grounded to it, but again, the way it's curved in all the different ways, it kind of hugs around your foot a little bit. And but yeah, there's not so much cushion here that it feels like you're on anything like Boost. It's not like that at all. You definitely feel like natural with however the bottom of your foot's curved, but comfortable at the same time. Thanks for the review. Helped me decide what size to go for. Yeah, the sizing was ridiculous. And you know what's funny? I could definitely rock these in a size 2. I'm a size 12 foot and I got size 3 in both of these. I could definitely do a size 2 in both of these. However, that issue with the heel where it slips behind the rear pod, that's the only thing that ruins the size 2 for me. I'm a size 12 foot and I can fit a size 2, but because there's no structure here at all and my heel will slip back, it makes it nearly unwearable. But that's the only reason. Everything else feels perfectly fine, and I actually kind of prefer that more snug fit. But because of that heel bit, yeah, it just ruins everything, unfortunately. Thank you for the review. Just bought my pair this morning. Same size 12. You're about a great insight on what I can expect. It's good to hear. Finally, someone who spoke on how they feel and perform when driving. Yeah. So when driving with the pods, they feel really good, actually. Now, if your heels slip back, it can be a little bit weird, but there's so much throttle control. You feel every minute movement in the accelerator pedal or the brake pedal. Now, since your heel would be, hopefully this is good to be, since your heel would be, actually on the ground, depending on what style of pedal you have, you're going to feel that too. So I highly recommend, if you're going to wear your pods while driving, do it with the carpeted floor mat. Don't do it with rubber floor mats, because the rubber floor mats is super distracting. If you have especially a really plush carpet or something like that, it'll feel amazing. Awesome review. Thanks for this. You earned yourself a fan. Thank you. Such a nice review. Order a couple. Cool. Good to see why toe box, foot shape, barefoot goes mainstream. Yeah. So this is no, actually, that's not true. I've had the Vibrams with the toe shoes on them, and these are very comparable to those, but more simplified. So I'm a fan of toe shoes, but these are the first toe shoe like shoes. And also, sorry if I keep saying I need to stop saying because not everyone knows. I should know that as a marketer. So toe shoes, they I haven't had the best luck with them until I had the pods, because the pods are separated at the middle right here, and they like I said, they kind of give you that artificial arc support here. So that bit of arc support is what solves my the issues I have with the tendons and that right foot specifically. So yeah, these give me hope. These give me a lot of hope that these can be really good. I said it again. That these could be really good toe shoes. When you consider a box of basic socks now is $20 for a logo or some obscure designs, this seems more bang for your buck for sure. I'll be buying a few lounge workout accessories, etc. Yeah, so comparing them to socks. They are honestly really nothing like socks. They just, the biggest comparison these things have to socks is the fact that they look like socks, but they don't feel anything like socks because they're not socks, they have soles on them. Okay? And yeah, you could say they're just socks with soles on them, but the material, I explained this in another video, but yeah, the material is super elastic, but at the same time, very strong. Now, stitching quality, especially on the China pair, that leaves a bit more for discussion, but these are a lot more complex than socks as far as the stitching goes, the way the pressure is kind of distributed throughout your foot, and how it feels to walk, and yeah, that insole. And then on the Italy pair, you have the bit of the insole that goes up on the heel area too. These are much more complicated than socks. I would say there's enough difference here to kind of give these things their own category. But now that I think of it, looking back at that other comment about the toe shoes, these are definitely more of a toe shoe than per se a sock. You could call these a toe shoe, I guess, with some extra knit on the leg area. Yes, review VODs so futuristic. Yeah, in that styling video, I really thought I was in the future. When I started pinning these things against some different pants and shorts and just seeing what it looked like in frame, these are very, very futuristic. I really just like that kind of direction. I really hope that they make an improved version of these with the next independent release. Can't wait for mine to show up. These are great videos, all the information. You should keep doing Yeezy or Yay content. I follow more for that. Yeah, I've done quite a bit. Yeah, I really appreciate y'all. And I don't always post Yeezy stuff too. I post the coffee stuff. I post the tech stuff. And y'all are still pretty receptive of that, which is really cool. So I really like that I can make these different types of videos and stay away from all the shorts content and stuff like that and still get some great interaction with y'all. So thank you. Nice review. You also kind of sound like Dream. Do I really sound like Dream? Leave a comment. The Yeezy effect hasn't kicked in with these yet. The high top karate shoes are not for the flat foot members. I would agree. So in my case, I would consider myself flat foot. I would agree, especially if you are trying to do these with exercising. So I would not exercise in these. I hope I mentioned that in the last scene. But yeah, these are not the exercise shoes for me, especially if you're doing a lot of stuff that's heavy weights, because it would probably destroy my right foot. Rubber back part is a good idea. You damn right it's a good idea. My only hesitance is the shipping cost. Yeah, so these things were $20, but that did not include shipping. Shipping was $15 with these things from Yeezy.com. Now, it kind of evens itself out if you're already going to buy more than one pair or you're going to buy other clothing with it. But at the time of this video, there wasn't a lot of other stuff on there. So, yeah, the shipping cost was a bit hefty. Wait, when was this comment made? This comment was made... Okay, you know what? At the time, 7 months ago, I don't think these were likely still $200 if they weren't already sold out. So that's completely warranted. Because I believe in different countries, shipping costs varied wildly. Okay, even though they were made in Italy, it didn't really make any sense. But yeah, shipping costs is a valid concern if you were buying these back in December or January. I'm 11.5. Maybe I should have ordered a size 2 instead of 3. If they had fixed the heel issue, I would totally recommend that. Totally. But yeah, 11.5, maybe you'll have a better experience than I did with the size 2. If you're 11.5, yeah, you're right in between the size 2 and the size 3 in these. But with that heel bit, you would probably be safer going with the size 3. Especially in the Italy pair. Italy pair, I would say they feel a little bit more tight than the China pair. I mean, you can tell, obviously, by how it crimps up at the middle right there. If you're 11.5 and you're still trying to get pods nowadays, going with a size 3 may be the go, unless you want to risk the your heel slipping back and it feeling nearly unwearable. I think it'll be more wearable if you go with a size 3. But to be honest, there is not a perfect size, only because there's no structure. If there was structure, go with the size 3 or size 2, but I'm sorry to make this all confusing. If these things had proper structure in the heel, then go with a size 2 for sure. Or go with a size 3 if you wanted the extra bit of room. But if there was heel structure, that would make a lot more sense. Why'd they have to do that? Anyway. I'm mumbling through this because it's one of those negative comments. Would I respond? So this made 7 months ago. Okay, maybe they dropped the $20. No, they dropped the $20 in February. There must have been very little amount of time they were actually 200, because a lot of these comments are going to be based on the fact that they were 200 at the time, and this is before the $20 drop. So there's a lot of older comments. Oh yeah, I turned the comments off because I was getting too many and I was getting annoyed. They're different. Just said, why not give them a try? Had no issue paying the $200. It's a lot for them, true, but sure, quality will go and price will come down in the future, which they in fact did. Those look like shoes I wear in a house during winter. Sure. I got mad respect for EA. Other luxury brands sell socks and shoes for $700. Balenciaga, that's all I'm going to say. For $20, why not, to be honest? Thanks. Are they going to fit if I have a 13.5 US size? I want them so much. Yeah, if you're anything above a 12, go for 3. When either Italy or China, go for 3 for sure. 14, same deal. Go for size 3. And as well, if it's selling a pair of unfinished socks for $200. Again, timely comment there. Yeah, I need them to make a size 4. Who knows? You never know. In the thumbnail, I thought you had brown ones. Yeah, in pictures, they can look brown in certain lighting conditions, but promise you these things are black. Yeah, they do look brown in some cases, though. But it could be, moisture. I had no problem throwing these in the washer. I have a whole other video about throwing these in the washer and dryer. And, I mean, they look pretty damn fine to me. But that may help out with some of the color. Maybe I'll make it a shade lighter, but this material, I don't think this material is going to fade too much over time. I do think the Italy threads are a bit darker than the China threads, but again, I think that's just 500 shades of gray more than the any actual discoloration. I'm very pro Yeezy. I think Yeezy has changed the game more than Jordan, and I don't care, call me crazy. I'm not feeling these, but maybe they'll grow on me, or I'll definitely, or I'll feel definitely if I can see them in person. Yeah, it's one of those things. I think now's the best time possible to just grab a pair and give them a try and see what they're like, because, I mean, they're so cheap. At least the China pairs I know are cheap. I don't know what the market is for the made in Italy pairs, the actual made in Italy pairs, but I know for the China pairs are pretty darn available right now. If you have nothing better to do, and you just want to experience them, especially since they may not actually make these anymore, then totally go for it and just see what they're like. Like I said, I gotten more than $400 worth of experience from these, and I'm perfectly happy with them. Buddy hasn't sent me Yeezy Pods, and I ordered December 15th. I have not gotten a shipping confirmation yet. Yeah, so a lot of places, the Italy pair took about 5 or 6 weeks to get delivered in my case. The China pairs, I got them from Goat way after the fact, but I think some people are still just getting their actual February 11th orders of those, even as recent as a couple of weeks ago, and that was 5 or 6 months ago. So yeah, shipping was insane with these. I got these through Goat, didn't pay that much more for them, maybe around $40-something or whatever. And yeah, that's my experience with that. Just waited out the wave. Rather just wear Japanese tabby boots. So I looked up tabby boots. I think Mason Margiela has some of them, and a couple other brands. Yeah, I've never had tabby boots on before, but maybe I'll give them a shot one day and do a comparison. Who knows? If you have wide feet, please don't buy these. I would consider wide feet, and I think they're more, unless you just have monstrously wide feet, you're in the 1 percentile of people who have that wide of feet. I think these things are pretty accompanying for wide feet, to be honest. I think you're better off having wide feet with these shoes than having narrow ones. And I've been in some narrow shoes like the 450s. Those things are stupid narrow. I would have to go up maybe 1.5 sizes. If I'm having to go up 1.5 sizes for some shoes, dude, I'm just not going to buy the shoes. That's ridiculous. I think these are pretty accompanying for wide feet. Don't worry too much about that. And that is that first 24 hours video. I'm not going to go through, because that took so long, I'm not going to go through every single video I posted on these, but I'm going to find more of like the pivotal highlight videos, and we'll continue from there. All right, so I swapped over to the 1 month review video. So this is the video where I kind of go over the quality, what it's been like, wearing them for the first month. And yeah, I really focus on quality here, but this is post the $20 drop. So these comments are going to be a bit different. So let's go ahead and start with the first one. Did you actually get the $180 refund? Yes, I did. It took, it was really fast. I believe it was at most 1.5 weeks. I can't remember exactly when I got that refund. What did I reply? Oh, 8 days. It took 8 days because that's what I replied. Yeah, 8 days to get the refund. Glad about 2 of them. Can't wait to get them closed. Thanks for the updates. Still waiting. Hope I get mine soon. All my merch had taken 5 to 6 weeks, yet nothing has arrived. Yeah, this is when people were starting to feel the shipping times. So a lot of people were waiting quite a while to get their stuff. Damn, I thought they ripped by now. And then I said, they've been fine. I've been driving with the rubber floor mats, and the back heel hasn't frayed at all. Yep, the carpet, I need carpet floor mats anyway. Yeah, carpet floor mats for sure when driving with them. But even to this day, I mean, there's no ripping or maybe slight fraying on the front of it. But the OG Italy pair of the pods have been really, really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and swap these around because this video is about only the Italy pair. It's not until way later on I actually get the China pair. So all the comments I'm reading right now are regarding the Italy pair of the Yeezy Pods. Mine's still shipping out. I wonder if you spray them with hydrophobic spray, if they'll make them waterproof. Hiking available pair. So, you know, unfortunately he got fired, or I believe he actually just retired, just took himself away from there. But Stephen Smith had said in an interview that they were making a off-roady version, a trail version of the pods. I guess that just never came to be, or maybe we'll still be surprised. Because I don't believe it's just Stephen Smith who was working on these. I believe there was some other people. I mean, there would have had to have been some other designers and people working on this as well. I don't know how intellectual property like that works with shoe designers, but I wouldn't be too surprised if they actually came out with that trail version of the pods still in the next upcoming releases. People think that just because they are $20 they're cheap, but they're actually durable. I mean, y'all, here are the OG pairs right here. They are honestly quite durable. Now, don't pay attention to the right side. Pay attention to the left side. The left side, still, I have not had to patch these once. These things are still pretty like new condition, to be honest. And it's just the right side that had issues, but the left side has been perfect. No problems at all. Thanks for the update, bro. Thank you for watching. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next. Okay, Yeezy Pods versus Italy versus China comparison. Let's look at the comments for that one. And I think this would be a good place to end off. God, 47 comments. No, not including the replies, of course, but I mean, including the replies. It's not actually, 47 different threads. Facts. Been wearing my pods for a week, but the biggest issue is easily the heel. Adding an extra inch on the back will just make that perfect. And I really hope he means an extra inch as in taking the back bit right here and just curving it up. That would make these perfect. I got some great news tonight. My February 22nd order has finally shipped. I tracked my order to Los Angeles and I'm in Connecticut, so who knows when it'll get here, but hooray. Yeah, this is when some people are actually starting to get their orders. It's really funny going through these videos throughout the months and seeing how they compare with the different responses and thoughts. Dude, okay, so I got my pod size 3, and you weren't kidding about the sliding. OMG, I hope they fix that. And from what you say, even if I get a more snug size 2, I won't see much of a difference, huh? Meh, $20, I can't complain. Oh, the Long Vultures black tee is so well put together, material I never imagined would be so sturdy and thick. Definitely worth more than $20 the way things built. And pants, they will keep me warm in the winter, but I'm not wearing these out, read more, in the summer heat. Yeah, so I have the Vultures pants too. I did a whole review and series on that stuff too. Yeah, we're getting around that time where they could be wearable, but compared to the, compared to the joggers actually have pockets, so those are way better to wear, just automatically, but they also fit a bit better, I think, too. There's some different threading going on. Anyway, that's a whole different video. Talking about the pods right now. Yeah, so he confirms the heel slippage issues I was having. Size 2 at the time. Were these the size 2 I have in here? On this review? Yeah, they were. I think I explained that in the video. That's interesting. But I explained in the video how they're still the heel slippage issue, but it's amplified, basically. And what else? $20, can't complain. Yeah, for $20, even nowadays, for $20, honestly, just a beater pair of sock shoes that have the Yeezy name on it too. Pretty good deal, to be honest. Even if this is not your style of shoes, still a pretty good deal. And then, yeah, he talks about the other products. Agreed, the heel is a real problem. I can't wear these for long, and that's a shame. They need to add more support for the heel and fit it to stay in place because it strains my heels and calves. Because of those issues, I find these shoes to be extremely uncomfortable. I'm a size 10, purchased a size 2. So I would say that would be a proper size for a size 2 pod. But yeah, he's still dealing with that heel bit. I bought them back in February because they were made in Italy, made in China. Yuck. Now, the Italy pair, overall are my favorites. Overall are the pair that I would wear every day if they weren't more rare. Like I said in the other scene, China pair, they feel cheaper, to be honest. They just feel cheaper, which is unfortunate. I had mine customized to get the heel installed, and it's great now. I replied, how exactly? Like the addition to an exterior or a pad on the interior? And this guy never replied, but I did get a like on the comment, so it'd be cool, dude, if you could respond to that so I can figure out how you did that, because that sounds awesome. Size 3 looks like the right fit for you. I'm still waiting on my pairs. Good review. I like my Yeezy Pods. I work on them. I think he meant work with them. I think the cheapest option would be an elastic band that attaches to the front of the rear pod and extends the back heel inside the sock. That should keep the pod in good place. I didn't have a reply for this one, but that sounds really nice. I just have no idea who would do that. Great reviews. Bro's got 2 pairs. I'm still waiting on mine that I ordered in February. Oh man. I'm a true to size on Brannock 10. Almost an E, so naturally went with the size 2. It fits perfect. Just some heel slippage in my right shoe. I'm pretty sure it's a ME thing with my foot. There's a lot of stuff in there I didn't understand. I didn't really acknowledge it, but I'm not sure what Brannock is. I'm not sure what E means, and I'm not sure what ME means. I'm sure it's some kind of sizing scale, but I haven't really heard of it. Order mine February the 12th, no shipping updates or anything. Starting to believe these damn shoes don't exist. Hopefully you got them. Hopefully in that countdown timer that they had on the Yeezy.com site, you were one of the 20K on there. OMG, oh wait, I'm a size 11. Everyone told me to get a size 3. What the heck? My stuff is about to be big as heck. Mine's out for delivery this morning. I'm gonna be, if they don't fit. I waited a long time for this. Yeah, this guy was not happy about the recommendations he was getting. How did they end up fitting? Yeah, someone replied 8 days ago from this comment that was placed 4 months ago. How do they end up fitting? I'm a 11 or a size 2. I think if you're 11, you'll be better off than a size 12 and a size 2, to be honest. So yeah, this guy may have just gotten a bit oversized on there, but like they're easier to get now. Don't worry too much about it. OMG, made in China pods are so subpar to the made in Italy. They are way tighter in narrowing the sock and also length. The quality is just off, disappointing. Now, I would think, to be honest, the China pair is a bit more wide than the Italy pair, and I would say the China pair is longer than the Italy pair as well. So I guess this is one of those cases I would have to go back into my video and see exactly what I said there. But in retrospect, we'll say the Italy pair feels like the more snug pair, to be honest. Feels like the shorter pair in length, and it feels like the more narrow pair. But it just feels right. There's a slightly thicker padding, and I think the shape overall is more refined too. To be honest, the China pair feels like a V1. The Italy pair feels like a V2. The only biggest difference really is the construction. The China pair is constructed way better than the Italy pair, unfortunately. So still waiting on my February pair. What's the difference between the two when ordering pods? If I bought them on the website, how do I know mine are coming from Italy or China? There was no way to know. There was no way to know from Yeezy.com at least. I don't know if other retailers nowadays have the distinction pointed out, but I haven't seen one of those yet. Man, I got both, and like you, the China pair is awful, totally different everything. It's cheaper sock, it fits so loose. Glue stains on the upper sizing. The China pair reminds me of a soccer sock. Interesting. I'm not going to disagree with anything you said there. I just received my pair, no signs anywhere that where they were made. Even the tag on the bag is ripped off. Yeah, so with the China pair, there was a point in time where on the inside there was a tag, and I believe I showed this off on the size 1 pair that I got from Goats. They actually had the tag in here. You can probably see that bit right there where there was a tag, but they had all the sizing and material information inside the bag on that pair. I think maybe with later models, I'm not going to be able to really show you all this, but if you look on the inside and you look at the insole, there should be a tag somewhere in here that shows off the sizing and where it's, no, not the sizing, that shows off the materials and the made in China bit. And I believe it's also printed on the insole on the China pair as well. They need to make people use size 4. No, I need the size 2 with the heel thing on it, dude. That's the moral of the story when it comes to the pods. And I'm going to end the video here. But the moral of the story, make a V2 with the curved up heel. Everyone would be happier. Anyway, thanks for watching this longer than usual video, y'all. Hope you all enjoyed. And yeah, more soon.